Questionable labor practices is a problem that should be solved by banning fast fashion businesses in order to decrease the amount of excess clothing. Think about all the kids trapped in sweatshops all around the world, and they're producing clothes that are only being sold for $5 all day long. There are a bunch of fast fashion companies in today's time, but Boho was caught red-handed. According to the Daily Telegraph website, last updated in October 2020, the Boho factory in Leicester was violating safety breaches, and a factory audit found examples of noncompliance with minimum wage requirements within the factory. Boho is one of many other fast fashion companies that are violating certain practices every day. Questionable labor practices in fast fashion has been a problem for many in different countries. Fast fashion workers question labor practices every time they go to work. In the reference work titled Fast Fashion, published in 2020, questionable labor practices are seen in a variety of companies and sweatshops all over the world because companies are based in developing regions to take advantage of their lower labor costs. The same reference work source stated that minimum wages, workday lengths, and production quotas are not enforced in these fast fashion sweatshops all around the world. Since these workers are producing a mass amount of clothes on the daily, pollution in their area has also increased. In the reference work source titled Fast Fashion, waste and pollution needs to be minimized, last updated in 2019, our fashion industry is held accountable for 10% of the carbon global emissions because of the clothes that end up getting thrown into the landfills. For example, the same reference work source stated that 10 million tons of textiles were thrown into landfills in 2015 as a result of fast fashion. Not only do these workers go through questionable labor practices and pollution problems, they also see their clothes go to waste. Fast fashion should be abolished. Abolishing fast fashion will not only stop mass producing, but it will also allow us to get clothes from different places. For example, this jacket sweater right here is from Goodwill, and I got it for $3.99. As you can see, it's a very thick material with good clothing, and it was recycled because this was someone else's, and I bought it and reused it as my own. And instead of it getting thrown into the landfill, it was given to me. In the reference work source titled Repairing the Damage Caused by Fast Fashion, last updated in 2020, Dory stated that natural and organic fibers, clothing materials, are ethical products that do not add on to our fashion waste. For example, that is a organic fiber that was used to make that sweater. Dory also said that by recycling clothes and buying from thrift stores are ways to buy clothes with sustainable sourcing of fabrics because if they don't get bought, they get tossed into landfills. As I stated before, like I said, that jacket is now mine and it's not in a landfill and it's getting good use. Thrift stores are a good way to get cute clothes as well that can be environmentally friendly and cheap. That jacket was actually $3.99 and it was on sale when I got it, so it was like $1.99.
Wow.
As author McNeil describes in his 2015 book titled Sustainable Fashion, etc., different brands can be seen in thrift stores like Patagonia, a company that offers 100% recycled materials and recycles your clothes once you're done with them. McNeil also said that although fast fashion items can end up in thrift stores, ethical clothes, like old clothing, are usually seen in secondhand stores. For example, that one also is really old as well. It's from the 2000s. If others stop supporting fast fashion businesses, more clothes can be recycled to help our environment. This is another example of a piece of clothing that I have, and it is actually from a fast fashion website. It is from Romwe, and they are located in Asia, I believe. And this was made for $1.99 on their store. By abolishing fast fashion, questionable labor practices, and waste of clothing could slowly start to decrease around the world. Our landfills are filled with carbon emissions, and they have been getting worse throughout the years. And instead of contributing to this waste, we can get rid of fast fashion to make more rules. Even though young teens and children in other countries work in fast fashion to make money, the waste and labor practices that they go through affect their health and their safety. As a result of abolishing the industry, children in labor can live a healthy life. To stop clothes from being made through questionable labor practices, I encourage you to stop supporting these fast fashion companies and their businesses. I encourage you to sign and share the petition titled Rethink the Clothes on Your Back pledge to stop fast fashion, and you can find this pledge on change.org website. You can also follow the account Remake Our World on Instagram, and you can also become an ambassador on their website remake.world. Thank you for listening.